client of mine mentioned to me that he had been approached about a board opportunity in the market, and he was a little surprised that he had been contacted, and he was starting to do his due diligence on this particular organisation. Now, this gentleman is a very qualified C-suite executive, but he has never served on a board of directors before and has very limited board director experience. And so it was a little unusual that this individual had been approached, and it immediately perked my interest. And when we went to do the due diligence, we discovered that this organisation had enormous challenges. The business had, been sort of dragged before the Royal Commission. A number of findings had been made against this organisation. For several weeks, if not months, it had been on the front pages of the newspapers. And the board and the CEO had all fallen out with each other. And in fact, we were sort of in a scenario where the organisation was really rudderless for a period of time, and they were trying to rebuild the board of directors. In my experience, that is not an ideal opportunity for a first-time, inexperienced board director. Regardless of your background, regardless of where you have developed your experience, those types of assignments are very, very challenging. And it sort of highlights that, you can quite easily become the fall girl or the fall guy for an organisation, and not necessarily be tricked, but be flattered enough to be approached about a board role. Suddenly you get swept up in the recruitment process. You're convinced that you're going to be the hero of the day and you're going to be able to solve all the problems. And all of a sudden you're on board and you have a lot of legal, fiduciary responsibilities going forward. So I highly counsel executives to be very cautious when you're being approached about a board role that is a little bit left of centre. You didn't solicit the opportunity, someone has tracked you down, and where it is a really, really hard set of circumstances. Not the ideal type of board appointment for you to go on to, especially if it's early days in your board director career. And often we find that these opportunities obviously have a lot of risks associated with them, but more importantly, reputational risks. And that's something you really need to guard against as an aspiring board director on your board career journey.